I was finally lured away from the hustle and bustle of Tokyo on day 8 of my Japanese adventure and into the countryside where I finally got my one, and as it turned out, only look at Mount Fuji on this entire trip. Appropriate, as today's trek is leading me to a legendary forest at the mountain's base, a wood whose dark reputation is known far and wide. Today, I'm venturing to Aokigahara Forest.
Of course, you probably know it by its more unsavory name, the Suicide Forest.
Of course, that's not the reason I'm here today.
Not today, Forrest. Not today.
I'm here for something under the forest.
Okay, so obviously at the base of Mount Fuji, you're going to have all kinds of caves. I'm going to tour 2 of them today. One of them is the Wind Cave, and the other one is one of my favorite type of caves. It's an ice cave.
Japan is very hot and very humid during the summer, and so I thought the ice cave would be a spectacular place to visit first. After going a few steps down the stairs, I found myself suddenly surrounded by some chilly air that seemed to come from nowhere. And as I disappeared into the darkness, very soon I could see ice all around me thanks to a combination of the shape of the cave and the type of rock that the cave is made out of.
Oh, wow. So all this ice, it's completely natural.
The cave gathers ice throughout the wintertime and manages to hold on to it through the steamy Japanese summers.
This is nature's deep freeze.
These caves have a very storied history and supplied the residents of ancient Japan with endless supplies of ice. Now, it's a beautiful and refreshing tourist attraction, an amazing natural wonder that is both breathtaking and air-conditioned.
With it being 90 degrees and 80% humidity outside, I kind of want to stay here forever.
After spending a blissful hour inside of the ice cave, I ventured back up to the surface for a hike through Aokigahara Forest. The forest is said to be populated by dark spirits, and although I am a skeptic, even I couldn't deny the thick and foreboding atmosphere of the place.
I feel like I have to whisper here even though nobody else is around. It is really creepy.
I can't quantify it, and I can't prove it. But walking through the forest, you get the strange and eerie feeling that you're being watched. And given that Japan is somewhat crowded of a country, I couldn't help but notice that this was the first time since I got here that I felt completely and utterly alone. Only, I didn't feel alone. Perhaps it's the forest's reputation preceding it, and if I had never heard of the legends of the place, I wouldn't feel this way. But this was one of the most unnerving places I have ever been in my entire life. Plus, I mean, Logan Paul's been there. Gross. Thankfully, much to the delight of the world at large, I made it out with nothing horrible happening to me.
I lived. I'm here in the Suicide Forest, and what better place to say, I've discovered something. Lemon Fanta. Maybe this is how the forest gets me, I don't know. Well, it smells like lemonade. Woo, it's tart. It's sparkling lemonade. That's what this is. It's sparkling Fanta lemonade. And I'm honestly not sure what else I was expecting. But it is refreshing. It's keeping the evil spirits away because apparently they don't like it. Ooh. Do you want a Fanta? Do you want a Fanta? No? Well, I guess this is all mine. Well, it's less humid here, and I like that.
It was now time to visit the Wind Cave.
Fuji Wind Cave is one of the most famous caves in their caves. Here we go again. My absolute favorite part of these caves is the natural air conditioning. It's 90 degrees up there, maybe it's 40 down here, and I love it.
Notice the shrine before you go in. Japan is full of shrines, and they are very charming and interesting to look at.
That is steep.
Inside, and rather unexpectedly, there was more ice. I expected wind from a wind cave, but I am not about to complain. I love the ice.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I want to live down here. Dang. So this thing behind me that looks like a bench that you might sit on and cool your feet off it's a natural formation. It's called the lava shelf. That is cool. So this cave used to be used to keep food fresh because it's so cold. So this is actually nature's refrigerator. Looks like this is the end of the line in the wind cave. You can still see a little bit back there, but for the most part, yeah, we're not getting by that.
And that brought my adventure in Aokigahara Forest and its caves to a close. It is rather far away from Tokyo, and it took a couple of hours to get here, and it will take a couple of hours to get back. I would have liked to have spent more time here, but as I always say, this just gives me an excuse to come back at a later date. And speaking of a later date, be sure to come back next time as I get a little foxy on day 9 of my Japanese adventure.
Well, it happened. I got on the wrong train and went in the opposite direction. It's pretty out here, though. I have absolutely no idea where I am. I know where I'm going. I kind of know how to get there. But this is pretty.